Welcome to Palo Alto University Rotary in the Community. My name is Justin Wong, and I will be your host. In this first episode, we look back at the early days of PAUR and at the spirit of service that continues to connect our mentors and our community today. Today, we're joined by three incredible Rotarians: Sally Mahoney, Ken Graham, our founding members, and Georgie Gleim, one of our early joinees. So tell us about how the club was founded.
I would first suggest the name Ken Kaufman, a Stanford colleague who came to me one day, as he came to many others, and he said, I've been a Rotarian. He was a Rotarian in Palo Alto at the Noontime Club, and he said, we are starting a breakfast club, and I want you to join. And one always said yes to Ken Kaufman, so I said yes. And I think that many others did the same. It gave us an opportunity for local service. It gave me, who spent not only her work time, but I had a home on the Stanford campus, an opportunity to know people in Palo Alto. So the town gown thing was important to me. And the service opportunities that were structured and helpful were very attractive.
Well, I got a phone call one day from somebody named Ken Kaufman. I had never heard of Ken before, didn't know who he was. Said they were starting a Rotary Club they'll meet in the morning, and they were having an event that evening at somebody's house. Would I like to come and check it out? And I had nothing else to do that night, so I said yes, and here I am all these years later. So some remarkable people in those early days, especially Ken. He was really an inspiration.
And so why the name Mavericks? How did that come about?
I, like Ken Kaufman, was a member of the Palo Alto Rotary Club that met at noon. It had been long established. It had great programs. It was very esteemed. Almost all the members were either executives or owners of companies or city officials, very official. When Ken came up with the idea of having a new club that would meet in the morning, it was very attractive to a number of us in the club who were driving from work to the club and back during the middle of the day, and we found that with the traffic and all that, it was just going to be very convenient to have a morning club. The idea was to have a new time of day, a club that was focused on high-level programming that was more than oriented to business, but to what was going on with the university, what was going on University Avenue, and then a number of other techniques and practices in the club that were going to be innovative, including having women as members.
He also wanted to get rid of some of the long-term set-in-steel traditions. There would be no praying, kind of create a club of the future, and that's what he really was able to do.
The second year of the club, I was president. When the district governor came to visit, we had just finished creating a relationship with the Ravenswood School District. We had some children from Bellhaven, their principal, and Charlie May Knight, the school superintendent, and a group of parents lined up on the back. Each of the children did a little talk for 3 minutes. Well, that was eating the time that the district governor had to come and talk to us. And I couldn't stop them, and people were enjoying them. And finally the district governor said, I'll come back. And at the end of the session, Ken Kaufman ran up to the district governor, and Bill Mayhood, who had been our mentor, took the district governor to the door, who was accompanied by his wife. She said, when the district governor comes, the district governor is the program. And she turned around and she took his elbow and walked out the door. I learned when the district governor comes, the district governor is the program. And showing off is not the best way to operate on such an occasion.
So over 35 years, what keeps you still engaged with the club?
There's a great sense of community. And I think many, many members over the years have learned that if they're in a tough spot for some reason or another, the club will really pitch in to help. Individual members can help, they will support, they will, whatever it is that that member needs. It's a very supportive community.
So this is often kind of a misnomer or something, but is Rotary only for people who are retired or, or more mature?
We had an interesting experience about the third or fourth year after our chartering. And the district governor came, and we understood he was the program. And one of his elements was to encourage us to found an Interact Club, I think, because we could then prepare young professionals, by which he meant people 25 to 30, to become Rotarians a bit later. And everyone was very polite. And when he left, one of the 27-year-olds in the club said to me, "Does he know that a third of this club is under 30? So one of the ways we were different was we had a range of ages. And there is risk in that, because one of the things that happens when you bring in young people is their personal lives are not yet fully formed and their careers are still in motion. And so we have club members who have zoomed in from Australia because that's where they went after they left Silicon Valley. So there's been churn among younger members, but they have brought energy while they've been with us, and it's been important. So I don't think of us as an old folks club.
There were opportunities for the businessmen and the executives that were in the old Rotary Standard clubs to join these clubs because of fellowship, because they were looking for someone they could talk to outside of their profession, and that still prevails. We still do that for the fellowship. However, you'd think in Silicon Valley that wouldn't be a problem. On the other hand, we have a lot of small companies. We have a lot of people that have to work very hard or travel a lot with their big corporations. And so the Rotary Club provides an opportunity for them to have a third place. It's not like Starbucks, but it's more service-oriented. But it does create a fellowship and a friendship opportunity for executives that otherwise do not have that continuity.
One of the things that's also been very important from the start was excellence of programs. We really paid a lot of attention to having very good speakers on very interesting topics, and you learn a lot.
Yes, and it brought us people from other clubs in the immediate area, because there was a tradition in Rotary of makeups. You were expected, if you couldn't attend your own club, to attend some meeting. And people came to Palo Alto University Rotary because the program would be good. They came not knowing what it was going to be, but it was going to be good. And we enjoyed them, and they enjoyed us.
Following the reflection of our founders and longtime members, we'd like to hear from other voices in our club and community. This video features PAUR members and partners sharing their experiences from the Italian Street Painting Expo about balancing work along with volunteering and social activities to collaborating with community partners and youth. Let's watch.
We're here today on Tasso Street, 1 block long Tasso Street, which is shut down to cars so that we can create beautiful chalk art on the street pavement. And at one end of the street, we have the adult professional artists who are creating these 12-foot by 12-foot squares. This end of the street is the chocolate, and we have 2-foot by 2-foot squares that young children up to 12 years old can create. And so we go from very young to professional in the space of 1 block. Each year, our Palo Alto University Rotary Club sponsors one of the artists, and we sponsor them in honor of someone who we want to remember or celebrate the contributions they've made to the community. This year, we are honoring Mike Tuchel. Mike Tuchel was our club president, Palo Alto University Rotary Club president in 2017, 2018. His wife, Rebecca, will be here with us, and many of us knew her and are happy to see her again.
I found that he's got a great sense of humor, and so I painted a reinterpretation of the Mona Lisa in the 21st century. He loves sunsets. I put sunset colors in the background.
I think you picked up his spirit.
Palo Alto University Rotary has been supporting this event for a number of years, and we're basically here to support YCS. I think one of the good things about Rotary, it's really one of the largest private foundations in the world. So the Rotary Foundation has been very supportive in terms of matching both local projects and international projects.
Part of the mission of Rotary is to partner with local nonprofits, whether it's here in Palo Alto or a health program in El Salvador, to partner with other nonprofits who have the feet on the ground to really know what the needs are. So we support them and we extend our service through partners like them and like Youth Community Service.
I think for me, it's just, the community service. I love volunteering my time, giving back to the community. I have a little one, so sometimes, the club's been great, been flexible with my schedule and allowing me to attend the events and participate how I can.
We're very grateful to the Rotaries, both the Palo Alto Rotary and the Palo Alto University Rotary, for supporting YCS. But we're very grateful especially to the Palo Alto University Rotary for the many ways that they support us, particularly through financial support that they provide us, but also very critical is the mentorship.
Yeah, so I think small things like this can definitely make a really big ripple effect in the community, because doing things can maybe inspire people to maybe come together and make a bigger group, and that bigger group can have a bigger impact. And it keeps just snowballing like that, which can, starting from something as small as this, this could really inspire people to make something bigger.
You see all of this artwork together, it gives you a sense of community, and creative community, mutually respectful community is just a beautiful image, particularly in these times.
So as you can see, we're all about community. Whether you're old, whether you're young, from whatever background, we all come together to serve others, and because we're all about service above self, and we look forward to the next 35 years continuing to serve everyone. The ideals that shaped PAUR still guide us, from supporting global initiatives to rolling up our sleeves for service right here in our own community. Let's take a look at what that looks like today. Joining us are the community service chairs of 3 Rotary clubs in our community. Eric Jensen from the Palo Alto Rotary Club, Elizabeth Jackson from East Palo Alto Bayshore Rotary Club, and Don McKenzie from the Palo Alto University Rotary Club. What each club carries out its own service projects, they also join forces on projects that strengthen our broader community. Each club brings its own flavor of Rotary, but we all share one mission: service above self. So what are some local needs are you most focused on addressing? Maybe like Elizabeth?
Some of the local needs in our community as youth activities, environmental issues that we have, and economic development, advancement, and technical advancement.
So the service projects that we generally participate in or conduct are in and around serving kind of vulnerable communities, and those can be children, seniors, unhoused, or internationally that can be folks without basic needs like water.
Yeah. And Don?
And at Palo Alto University, we've got a diverse group of people who all have their own ideas about what good community service is, and we listen to everybody. So we do things like working at the downtown food closet, or doing environmental projects around town, or many other things that our interest both to the community and to our members.
How do your three clubs coordinate service efforts in Palo Alto and East Palo Alto?
So I think that the lines of communication between all three clubs is really good, is that the community service chairs all talk amongst themselves, and they all give each member of each club an opportunity to work in the community, not necessarily on those individual club basis, but in the community basis. So somebody like Elizabeth will say, doing a project, let us know, and we let all of our members know so that we can cooperate.
Yeah, we get together, try to get together once a month, and include some of the other service clubs in the area. And it's a great opportunity to just kind of talk about how you do your business, and if there's any, different ways that we can do our business better.
And in our club, we attend each other's community workshops. Then we also have projects, like one of our projects is e-waste, and all through the clubs go together and bring items to our e-waste event. So they'll know what we do in the community, and we all volunteer. We get support from the cities, from East Palo Alto City. We get support from Palo Alto City, who give us a site, and we get support from Goodwill, who bring their big truck, park it on the streets, and everybody drive up and bring in their e-waste. So it's a good event. We do that twice a year.
So what are some clubs that, some projects that we do for community engagement? Maybe, Elizabeth, maybe you can. How do you engage your members in?
Well, we in our community in East Palo Alto, we have a list at our meeting that the members could sign up and take some action items, and they go out and complete that item and make sure that we, when the event comes, we're ready, we're on time, and if it's something like passing out flyers, hanging up signs to get people to come to our event, or tabling. So we get our members to do volunteer work.
So for community engagement, one of the things that we do to actually get ourselves out into the community so they see Rotarians in action is we just had our second annual pickleball tournament. And it was kind of a way that our club used that platform to get other people from the community to come to the tournament, not Rotarians, and then we get to pitch them. They get to see us there, but more importantly, they get to have fun.
Okay, great. Yeah. So Don, what are some? How do we involve also members to engage in collaborative projects?
I think it also has a lot to do with following your passion. So if you can come up with projects that your members are passionate about, they're much more likely to get involved with. So things like our reading programs, or our environmental programs, or our hunger programs are all things that we have very engaged members with. And so it's so much easier to get your members involved if it's what they really want to be doing. And since they're doing it with other Rotarians that they know as friends, it makes it that much better. And so one of the projects that we do is that we were in collaboration with other clubs was putting up flags on University Avenue. We do it 4 times a year at 4th of July and Labor Day and Veterans Day, and we did a video on our last flag installation on Labor Day, and so maybe we can take a look at that.
Oh, Rotary! Oh, Labor Day! Yeah. Labor Day!
Good morning, everyone! On this wonderful Labor Day. So I'm going to put a few flags up so that the folks that haven't done this before know how and where to put the flags up. So. grab yourself a vest over here.
Those are large and these are small, medium.
Oh, perfect.
For those that haven't put the flags up before, we start up here at Webster. We go all the way down to High Street. So if everyone right now could grab a flag, then we'll get a group photo. And we'll have our officer here. We'll have him put one of the flags in to start. And then just for a nice show, he's going to have his cruiser turn his lights on and drive through this intersection as we walk through. We have roughly 85 flags. We start from Webster up here all the way down to High Street. And the flags are put on the tree wells. When the city put in the new curb around it, they left us a sleeve in the concrete by which we put some flags. Our 4 holidays that we do is Labor Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July, and Veterans Day.
I feel proud to walk down the street with a flag. I don't do it since a long time ago in the Marine Corps.
Navy commander, lieutenant commander.
My husband was in Vietnam.
No, my dad was in the Army during World War II. My oldest brother served in Vietnam and died in Vietnam. It's just part of our commitment to honoring people who have given service to this country.
And honor the Labor Day. I mean, that's a very important event for Americans.
It's a group event that we enjoy working with both Rotary clubs doing this and celebrating our holidays with flags that just makes it fun.
One of the things that Rotary stands for is community and serving communities. And the way to bring people together is to come together in a common purpose, and I think putting out the flags on the holidays really helps our broader community understand our holidays and that they are special and that we should celebrate our community, and I think this is what this is all about.
It's just the reverse of this morning. We're picking up the flags instead of placing them.
And somebody asked if this was a parade.
Parade?
And I said yes.
It can be if you join us.
How can community members join?
Well, oftentimes, I have found that I'll have a community service project and somebody says, "What are you doing?" And we say, "Well, we're doing this." And they say, "Oh, can anybody join?" And it's absolutely.
Well, I agree with that. If we engage our community and ask them to participate in the projects that we have, or come to our meetings, if we have speakers, come to hear certain speakers on a certain subject, or come to some of the workshops. We, in our community, we're having a workshop with economic development. Invite them to join the tech classes with one of our partners, Street Code, especially in the tech area.
So how do organizations such as nonprofits reach out to you?
Well, they call and invite us to their event. So to either come and do tabling and do outreach about our programs. Last year we did the speech contest, the district speech contest, and 80 to 100 people to come to that event. And we got our city manager involved who gave us a site venue. We got the mayor who came and spoke to the students. So we got a lot of people who know that we're out there, and we're working together as a community and other communities in the surrounding area. So that was very successful for us.
So our club has a number of members that are pretty actions outside of Rotary, so even in their service, just personal service. So we get a lot of interest that way. We also get repeat business so every year we give out a number of grants every year to local charities, and so they'll come back year after year. And then they also find us on the website.
The speakers this last Friday that we had were from La Comida. And there are a lot of people in the club that knew about La Comida, but an awful lot who didn't. And so I think that the general giving community service organization a platform that they can come and talk to some of the community leaders in is a great way to have them have the interchange with us.
So in the end, what do you most like about community service?
It's always a great feeling when you can support the community that supported you.
Yeah, so Eric?
Yeah, and along those lines, you know, so many of us have our own needs and we get supported. So it's just a great avenue to show our gratitude and give back.
Yeah, and I think it's a good way for our members that been there for a while, and we show the new members how we put service above self.
So we'd like to welcome Marty Degler. He's from the Kiwanis Club of Palo Alto and
Thank
the
you.
community Services. Welcome, Marty.
All right, thank you.
Marty.
This is a thing that we just thought of in the last couple months. We've been figuring out how to do something together as service clubs. So one of the things we thought of was a progressive week of giving. And so it initially started with the downtown food closet and who's in need of support right now. And so the idea was that we'd started our club on Monday and collect food, go to Marty's club on Thursday, collect food, and go to Don's club on Friday and collect food, and then we all bring it to the downtown food closet.
This year is the 100th anniversary of our club. And when I was going back through the history of the early years of our club, it kind of stunned me to see the amount of collaboration that was going on between Kiwanis, being a brand new club, and Rotary, which already existed, and Lions, and several other local service clubs. And they would get together, they had joint meetings, they had joint social events, they had joint fundraising activities, and it just seemed to me that that's something that we ought to really try to reintroduce currently. And as a result of that, we've been meeting on a regular basis to identify some of these projects. So for Kiwanis to participate in this with Rotary is very attractive to us. Our members are all in.
And also during this week, we'll also be collecting clothes for ecumenical hunger, and we'll be collecting hygiene supplies that will go to veterans. And so at our meeting, for an example, on Friday morning, we'll be doing backpacks with these hygiene kits in them. And so it will be progressive to going to 3 different organizations in the community.
Clubs actually can, cooperate together, help the communities, and it's just also not just within its service organizations, but also across that. And it's really remarkable, and it's quite, an honor that, we can work together to better our communities. And I'd like to thank everybody for coming to share our time. And we also hope to see you, at our clubs and to continue our cooperation in the future. Thank you.
The process is basically coming to one of our meetings and seeing how we operate. There is a brief application sponsorship process where one of the other members will recommend you. And you don't have to necessarily know a member to do this. You can meet someone at one of our breakfasts that will help you out in this process.